It weighs almost nothing. It looks like a speck with wings. Yet this tiny flying syringe has moved more death through human history than most predators ever will. The mosquito doesn't need claws or teeth. It borrows our blood, then leaves something behind. Parasites, viruses, and an invisible countdown inside your body. Here's the unsettling part. The bite is not the attack. The bite is only the doorbell. The real intruder arrives afterward, multiplying in silence. We call it a pest. Biologically, it's a delivery system. A living needle with a navigation computer, a chemical toolkit, and a target list written in heat. One mosquito can fail, and you barely notice. But millions, every night, in every warm corner of the planet, turn the air itself into a hunting ground. And it's not even one animal. Mosquito is a family name. Culicidae, thousands of species, each tuned to different hosts, habitats, and diseases. You are not just food. You are a warm reservoir of fluid under pressure, packed with proteins, salts, and a pulse the mosquito can listen to. So the question isn't why it bites. The question is why this tiny syringe spreads parasites and viruses worldwide so efficiently, again and again. Up close, the mosquito is engineered. Long legs for gentle landings, a thin body to stay airborne, and a mouth that is not a mouth at all. The proboscis is a sheath hiding multiple needles. It doesn't stab like a spear. It threads into skin, searching for blood like a lockpick in the dark. But the pain you expect never arrives. That's not mercy, that's chemistry. The mosquito's saliva rewrites the rules of your own immune alarm. Its saliva carries anticoagulants to keep blood flowing and compounds that dull sensation. Your itch later is your body realizing it was tricked. Only the females drink blood. They need a protein-rich meal to build eggs. The male, by contrast, lives on nectar like a harmless shadow. That makes the female a paradox, part pollinator, part parasite. She can feed on flowers by day, then hunt mammals by night without changing species. Her sensors are the real weapon. Antennae and palps detect carbon dioxide, body odor, molecules, and warmth, building a map of living targets in air. Carbon dioxide is the beacon. Every breath you exhale is a flare. The closer she gets, the more your heat and skin chemicals refine her aim. And she doesn't just find you, she chooses you. Some people are more attractive, not by luck, but by the exact chemical fingerprint of their skin. Vision joins the hunt at close range. Dark shapes, movement, and contrast guide a final approach. In dim light, you become a silhouette of blood. Even the buzz is biology. Wing beat frequency creates that whine, and mosquitoes can tune into vibrations, helping them locate mates and avoid danger. Inside the syringe, there's another world. A gut, a salivary system, and barriers that pathogens must cross. Only the successful ones become global threats. When she feeds, blood enters her midgut. If parasites or viruses survive digestion, they invade tissues, replicate, then migrate toward the salivary glands. That delay is the nightmare. The mosquito can bite today and still be harmless. Days later, the same insect becomes loaded, and every new bite is a syringe. Mosquito hunting is stealth and timing. Many species strike at dusk and night. When your guard drops, your movements slow, and your skin stays exposed. She lands lightly, probing with her feet and mouth parts. If the spot is bad, she relocates instantly. It's a surgeon abandoning an incision mid-cut. But she isn't searching randomly for blood. She is searching for a vessel. If she hits a capillary, the feeding becomes fast, efficient, and dangerous. A full meal can double her weight. Then she retreats to digest, convert blood into eggs, and avoid being swatted. The hunt continues inside her. Now zoom out. In a crowded neighborhood, thousands feed in the same night. Each one is a separate lottery ticket for a pathogen to move again. Some species specialize. Aedes often bites in daytime and targets humans. Anopheles is infamous for malaria transmission. Culex links birds, horses, and us. Your defenses are mostly delayed. You feel the bite too late. You slap after she's already injected saliva, already drawn blood, already tested your chemistry. Repellents work by confusing her sensors, masking odor cues, and interfering with the final landing decision. It's not a force field, it's misinformation. But the mosquito adapts. Populations evolve resistance to insecticides, and behavior shifts, biting outdoors or earlier. The battlefield keeps moving. Even weather becomes a weapon. Heat speeds development. Rain creates breeding sites. Drought can concentrate hosts and mosquitoes around the same water. That's how outbreaks ignite. A warm spell, standing water, and enough humans close together. The syringe multiplies, and the map of risk expands. Mosquitoes are also selective about where they lay eggs. Some prefer clean containers. Others choose swamps. Many exploit our trash, gutters, and buckets. Eggs can be terrifyingly patient. In some species, they survive dry conditions, waiting. The moment water returns, a hidden army hatches into motion. Larvae live in water, breathing at the surface, filtering microbes and organic debris. They look harmless, but they are the first stage of a future injector. Then comes the pupa, a transformation chamber. It doesn't feed, it waits. The next time it rises, it's airborne, armed, and searching for blood. Adults don't live long individually, but the pipeline never stops. As long as water exists in small pockets, the factory runs quietly beside us. What makes Culicidae so successful is flexibility. Different hosts, different hours, different habitats. A predator that can change the rules without changing form. And the darkest twist is simple. Mosquitoes don't need to kill you. They just need you alive long enough to be bitten again by someone else. Transmission is a relay race. A pathogen enters with one bite, survives your defenses, then waits for another mosquito to drink and carry it onward. Inside a human, viruses can surge into the blood. Parasites can hide in organs. Your body becomes a temporary habitat, turned against itself by replication. But the mosquito isn't a simple needle. It is a filter. Many pathogens fail to cross its internal barriers. The ones that pass become terrifyingly optimized. Malaria parasites, for example, must survive the gut, penetrate tissues, and reach salivary glands. Each step is a death corridor. Yet, they keep succeeding. Now, add multiple diseases, multiple mosquito species, and global travel. A single infected traveler can seed a chain reaction where the syringe already lives. There's also a cost to the mosquito. Feeding is risky. Swats, predators, wind, dehydration. Every blood meal is a gamble taken inches from death. Spiders, dragonflies, birds, bats, fish, even other insects pick them off. Nature does hunt the hunter. It just can't hunt fast enough. Humans escalate too. Nets, screens, draining water, insecticides, genetic strategies. We don't just defend. We try to erase the syringe from the map. Yet every solution creates pressure. Pressure creates evolution. The mosquito doesn't plan revenge. It simply becomes the version that survives our counterattack. Even our cities help them. Heat islands keep nights warm. Storm drains hold water. Construction sites create puddles. The modern world breeds ancient biology. And climate shifts push borders. Regions once too cold become seasonal hunting zones. The syringe doesn't invade like an army. It expands like weather. So the horror isn't one bite. It's the network. Mosquitoes turn separate lives into one connected bloodstream, and pathogens exploit that connection. Reproduction is the engine behind the violence. A blood meal becomes eggs. Eggs become larvae. Larvae become adults, and the next generation repeats the hunt. Mating often happens in swarms, guided by sound and wing-beat harmony. In the dark, they find each other by vibration, like tiny tuning forks in flight. Then, the female switches priorities. Nectar is no longer enough. To manufacture life, she must steal life's raw material, warm blood under skin. She chooses water sites that protect offspring from drying out and from predators. But the bar is low. A bottle cap can be a nursery. That's why control is so hard. You can kill adults and still lose. The next wave is already growing in hidden water, silent, feeding, waiting. Development can be fast in warmth. Days can be enough to go from egg to flying adult. When conditions are perfect, time itself becomes their ally. And remember, only females bite. So every successful bite is not just a meal. It's an investment that turns one hunter into dozens. The cycle ends quickly for many individuals, but the lineage is relentless. Short lives, endless replacements. A serial killer built from disposable parts. So what happens if mosquitoes vanished? The answer is uncomfortable. They are food for fish and insects, prey for birds and bats, links in wetland chains. Larvae recycle nutrients in water, filtering microbes and detritus. Adults can pollinate certain plants. In ecosystems, even a parasite can have a job. But ecology doesn't excuse the scale of harm. The same traits that help wetlands function also let pathogens hitchhike into our cities and bedrooms. Mosquito-borne diseases can reshape human behavior, where people live, how they sleep, how economies function. A tiny insect can bend history without intention. In that sense, the mosquito is not the villain alone. It is the vehicle. The true predators are microscopic, using wings and saliva to cross continents, which brings us back to the mystery. The syringe is small, but the system is huge. Behavior, climate, evolution, and human density all feeding the spread. If you want horror in nature, look at efficiency. The mosquito doesn't roar, it doesn't chase. It lands, it taps a vein, and it disappears. The tiny, flying syringe spreads parasites and viruses worldwide because it's perfectly positioned between worlds, water and air, animal and human, blood and saliva. And the final irony is this. We fear the bite, but what we should fear is the invisible passenger. The mosquito is just the door that keeps opening. If another animal deserves this kind of autopsy, leave its name in the comments and subscribe to stay in the dark with us. If this one left a mark, you already know why.